This one is 30, 29. It's very much given we're there and we're out.
I've been trying to make my wallet fold all day. Cashing in my dreams, big payout. Underneath my money tree, big shade.
Hey frequent flyers, welcome back to another video on the channel. I'm Brandon, I'm a guy who flies. Sitting down to talk about my June roster. So I don't know if I told y'all, but my June schedule was jacked up. Our schedule come out on the 15th, and my schedule was jacked up. But it's good now. I've actually had it for a couple of days. So I would like to go ahead and just, talk about what we have to come next month, because next month we're officially in summer flying. I didn't really preference anything. There was actually no dates that I needed off. I have a family reunion at the end of June, but I'm not really concerned about that family reunion. I'm also concerned about the family reunion that's in July. That's when I really want the days off. No real major schedule requests for June. I was just like, give me what you give me. I have a trip that finishes on actual May 31st. And so I have looks like the beginning of June off. And then we have a 3-day trip followed by a day of rest, a required day of rest, followed by another 3-day trip. I like that. Then we have a series of days off. It looks like I have reserved. The light blue band are reserved days, so I'll be on reserve for 4 days straight. That looks like it's all long haul reserve. Then I have another 3-day trip, days off, reserve, and another 3-day trip, followed by a required day of rest. So let's talk pros and cons. What I do like that first week of the month where I have those kind of 2 trips back to back, because what that means is, as a commuter, I can commute to New York less. Go to New York on the 5th, work that trip, come back, stay in New York that day off, and then that following day start my next trip, and then I won't come back into Miami until the 11th or 12th after that second trip. So it eliminates the amount of times I have to go to and from New York. What I don't like, these reserve days attached to the trip. I would rather my reserve days stand alone, because if I stay on long haul reserve, I can do that here from Miami versus being in New York. Now, if they convert them to short call, where I have to be at the airport within 3 hours, then I would need to be in New York. But right now, as long as they stay long haul reserve days, we're gonna stay down here in Miami. Ideally, I would prefer for the last 2 trips of the month to kind of be back-to-back like the other ones are. I'm going to play around with it. We do start Rome service next month, and I won't say when, but one of these trips is Rome, and so I want to keep that one because it is so close to being the inaugural, but it's not. So I am excited about that. Also, on our trade and swap group, some people were trying to get rid of trips, and I am interested in picking up a trip. I would love it, ideally. This is also why I don't want my reserve days touching my trips, is because ideally I would love to swap the reserve for trips. So if I could just have trip and no reserve, yes, please. We'll see. I mean, right now I'm okay with this. You all know I'm in my season of I don't want to work a lot. Our minimum guarantee each month is 60 hours. And I think the schedule actually already breaks 60 hours. Let's see. 68 hours of actual flying. Duty time is closer to 84 hours. But I'll take it, because y'all know that's still half of what I used to fly. So it might sound very selfish, but it's just after 3 years of 100+ hour flying, I'm very much at a season of ease. In terms of layover, they're all 3-day internationals, so the layovers aren't that long. It's very much given it's given 28. This one is 30, 29. It's very much given we're there and we're out. So for my long haul reserve days, it looks like I have the morning shift, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., which is long haul. So it's a 10-hour call out. That's a long time, but even in that long span of them having the ability to call us, you still get 10 hours before you need to be at work. I'm okay with that. I just wish that they were like put all 6 days together first of all, and then don't let them touch a trip. That would be my only preference if I could have a little bit more control over that. Let's look at crews. Who are we working with? All new people. Well, not new as in, well, actually this person is junior to me. All people that I haven't flown with before. You know, it takes a while. Our base isn't large, but it's also not small, so it takes a while to like learn, you know, different flight attendants. Wait a minute. Oh, this is my classmate. Huh. I think he's number 2 in our class. Okay. We call him something else, so it was weird. Like, I just saw his name. Like, wait, I know that name. Oh, this is my other classmate. Okay, so my 2 trips at the end of the month have a class. Each trip has a classmate on it, and she's actually number 1 in our class. So that's cool. So 2 trips, the crew is unknown to me. 2 trips, I will know somebody else on the crew. Like always, now that we know what we're flying, we have 4 international trips. And we have 6 reserve days. Right now, I don't think I'm going to change. If anything, I'm going to try to get rid of these reserve days. As always, I will bring you along for each and every one of these trips. I'm Brandon, I'm a guy who flies, and I will see you all the next time.
No, a day goes by.